And it is loitering. Shit. Wow, I actually lost it there. Well, we're up here again today. I'm a bit out of breath. We're supposed to be 5 miles an hour today. It's more like 15. But I have Bixler. This time I've got loiter and return to home set. Plus, I've actually got a small camera on it and a couple of receivers. I'm probably going to test return to home. Once I'm happy it's behaving, I'm going to also put it in loiter and then see what kind of signal I get on my receivers. Because I'm hoping, well, if everything's working okay, I'm going to get myself a better quality diversity receiver. 11 satellites on the app, so that's working. It'll arm okay, and it should fly. Right, wish me luck. But it is windy. I've got quite a nice breeze, but I'm taking off uphill. Let's try arming it for a start. See if I can get off the ground. And I'm off the ground, which isn't bad. Right, I'm going to throttle back, half throttle, put it in loiter. And I didn't like that very much, because it didn't. I'm going to give it some more height and put it in loiter. It might have been at minimum altitude. Right, put it in loiter now. Loiter. And it is loitering. Shit. Wow, I actually lost it there. I was switching the wrong switch there. I didn't actually hit loiter. I just let it fly off into the bloody distance. Let's get it back over here. Now I'll hit loiter. Oh, instantaneous reaction there. It's a shame I'm in the sun. I'm going to get... God, I actually lost it there, and then I realised I hadn't hit loiter. That's better. I didn't hit loiter, I hit arm. I don't like it in the sun. I couldn't see it. I looked up, I couldn't see it. Then I did hit return to home and I could hear it, but couldn't see it. Now I've just hit return to home. And it climbed. And it turned. And it's climbing even more. But it has come back. So I'm going to take it off return to home, take it out of loiter, take control again. It's a shame it's a bit windy for this test. Well, that was a panic moment. The right hand switch on here is arming. but it is very windy. Right, I'm going to wander back over, keeping an eye on it, to look at my receivers now, which was the object of the exercise. Anyway, return to home does work. Sorry if there's a slight tone of panic in my voice. Let's see if I've got any signal on these. Got a nice signal on that one, which is encouraging. A little bit of breakup, and a lovely clear signal on this one with no breakup. If I had the nerve, I could put it on and try and fly FPV, but all I wanted to do on this stage of the test was make sure that loiter and return to home worked, and make sure that I had a signal on my goggles. Let's just check this one again. Now that one's actually breaking up a bit. Going to take it over this way, and on my three-way switch, hit return to home. Look at that, it climbs as it's supposed to, and it's coming back. My return to home is set don't land, and as I can see, my return to home will just keep it flying around where I took off. Oh, that is excellent. And it's adjusting the throttle to keep position. It's a shame the sun's so high I can't see. Right, when it comes out of the sun, I'm going to take control again. And it's time to land. Oh my God, that was exciting. Very windy. Whoa. Not the most elegant of landings, but it's down. And proof of concept and all that stuff. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with the way that went, and I'm glad I did actually put a little transmitter on it, because it gave me a chance to test my old goggles there. And it's in one piece. In fact, I'm going to check out what battery level I've got, and then I'm going to have one more flight but with a better camera on it. So let's have a look at the app. Right, I'm just checking the app. I've got 20 satellites at the moment, and somewhere along the line it should tell me what the battery's at. Let's put it on. Battery is at 59%. Sounds good to me. Let's try it with a different camera. Right, well that's the camera I had on for the first test, which couldn't record. But now I've got my Firefly Q6 on 1080 camera, and it is recording, so with a bit of luck we get some onboard footage now, and my nerves have calmed down a bit, and I'm not going to do anything too adventurous. I'm just going to loiter here, check the goggles and see what kind of image I get with these. Try it there. No. Shaky old takeoff. Right, well I'm not gonna loiter in the sun and get it over here. Loiter. It is loitering in the sun. Bummer. I know what I didn't do. I didn't connect the transmitter. There's so many things to think about. Oh. Well, I don't know if you could see it on the video. I was trying to balance the throttle there and come in for a slow landing, but in fact the wind was that strong that it was kind of hovering. It was stopping in the wind. I have actually now got reception on both of my monitors there, and I'm going to give it one more little flight. But it is very, very windy, too windy. So wish me luck with this, but I'll just get one more flight and see how it goes. In fact, it's gusting a good 15 or 20 now. A bit challenging. Get some height. And loiter. And it's being blown around like crazy. I just want to check these monitors. That one's got nothing and that one's breaking up, so not very happy with that. Right, that's all I wanted to see. Right, well, we're going to come in now and we do a better landing. Keep some speed up. Because it's so windy. Well, that was better. It wasn't even gliding anymore. It just stopped dead in the wind and dropped out of the sky. Anyway, so there you are. Part 4 of my journey into FPV. I'm well pleased with my test. Far too windy, especially that last flight. It must have been 15 or 20 miles an hour, but the good old Bixler survived. As far as that first scary flight where I thought I'd lost the plane, because the aircraft was a long way away, I didn't actually look down at the transmitter. I just felt for the switches, and in my bad nerves that I had at the time, this one here is throttle hold. That one there, the 3-position switch, is now off, loiter and return to home. And like a fool, because I was panicking a bit, into the sun, couldn't see anything, I hit this one thinking, right, it's in loiter now. And it wasn't, it was just flying away into the distance, into the sea. And then of course I twigged that I got it wrong, hit loiter on this one, and sure enough I thought, where is it? And I was thinking, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Looked up, straight above me, in fact even slightly downwind, and there she was. Talk about relief. But the other thing I learned from that is, return to home, if you put in iNav don't land, what it does is, it does come back and loiter. I wasn't sure if it actually what it did when it returned to home. But that's all for now. Stop waffling. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this, well, if you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, please hit the old subscribe button. But that's all for now. Catch you all later. Bye for now.